I mean, I don't see how we can't be happy about that.
Decomposing, you been bugging.
It should. So I immediately, set myself up, to expect a new week. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good evening, Raider Nation. It's your boy Turf in the building, in the flesh. As you can tell, I am still currently in Las Vegas, so we are at headquarters, as I like to call it, the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 headquarters. And I have on a new uniform. Yeah, we all know I tend to wear something specific to the show. Whether it's the jersey, whether it's Turf and Rundown t-shirt, right? Whether it's my own t-shirt, right? The Ultimate Raider Fan Turf shirt. But yeah, this was something I thought that might be a cool marketing thing for myself as well, because I learned a lot. I learned a lot this weekend, Raider Nation, ladies and gentlemen. I had a blast. If you didn't know, I worked the Super Bowl committee, which is, where's the pen? I'll put that up there. Yeah, that pen right there, Super Bowl committee. Yeah, Google it. Get yourself signed up if you at some point want to find a way to get yourself in the game. I did not get myself in the game, FYI. In no way, shape, or form was I in the game or even remotely close to the stadium for that matter. I'd never seen the stadium so locked in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, Las Vegas was absolutely mad. And if anybody was here, I'm sure they can attest to it. I can tell you, you all know, the receipts are there. I've been coming since the day they opened the stadium. I've been coming here my whole life, since a child. So yeah, I've never seen Vegas like this in my life. I've never seen it remotely close to this. The amount of traffic, the amount of people, uh, the transformation of Las Vegas to the Super Bowl festivities, everything about the city was upside down. Traffic. It took some people that worked in casinos almost 2 hours to get home from the job, when usually takes 15, 20 minutes. So you're talking some serious congestion, some serious traffic. But they did as good as they could possible, right? There's no way to really prepare for your very first Super Bowl in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am very proud to say I took part in that for sure, even if I didn't get in the stadium. And I'm just going to quickly brush past the pain and the heartache and the fact that those people were in my stadium. I'm just going to leave it like that and move forward. Yeah, we're going to talk about Vegas. I mean, seriously, they decorated every bridge. They really gave both teams, all of the marketing needed for both, right? Not too much on either side. It was pretty much Chiefs and Niners stuff everywhere. And I will quickly add that absolutely, yes, Turf is cursing. That shit was torn down immediately, effectively, right after the game. Yes, I want y'all to know that it's gone. It's no longer visible right now. There's nothing in this city that has any of those two people in it at all. Any of those two teams. So yes, rest assured, Raider Nation. It's still going to take some time. It's going to take a little bit to heal, and then the first, we still got to go through the step of actually getting back in there, and yeah, that's going to be an emotional day too. Let's just leave it at that. So yeah, back to the city. Absolutely transformed it. It was beautiful. My job as a playmaker, I think. Yeah, let me see. I'll show you the back of the shit. I think it says playmaker. See that playmaker. Turf was a playmaker. What a playmaker does is basically say, welcome to Las Vegas as many times as you possibly can to people that don't care about what you're saying or don't really care to hear you at all. And in fact, they'd rather you not be in their way. And hand out the things you see, like, yeah, the pins, giving out all these pins, badges, whatever you like to call them. All kinds of little knickknacks for the Super Bowl. But the interesting part was dealing with the, parents. And that's why I'll get this out of the way first. And it made a lot of sense. Again, I got to tell you guys, especially if you are parents that kids are pretty much of age or old enough to where you don't have to worry about those things. Yeah, you would think just typically, right? Super Bowl, it's Las Vegas, but I'm gonna also say it's Las Vegas, and turf is old, so I kind of forgot. Yeah. Why does I'm out there, trying to be, happy go lucky? Here's a free Super Bowl sticker, even to the kiddos. You tend to forget that it's Vegas, and you probably got homeboy over here with the titting ass, flyer trying to get you to go to the bar. And unfortunately, those people don't have no shame. They'll give it to who anybody will take it. So it didn't click until one guy where I went to give his little boy the free Super Bowl sticker. I thought I was in a match. Let's put it that way. I thought somebody was about to take me down when I put my hand out there. I had to get ready and prepared. And I understood. I mean, he snatched it from me faster than you could imagine. And then that's when it dawned on me. I get it. So yeah, right. Taught me a lot, right? Particularly when it comes to giving away free stuff. And to kids in Vegas, right? Where it could be, right, all kinds of adult content, and you just don't even think from that perspective. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. And again, shout out to that parent. Yeah, absolutely. I would have done the same thing. My kids weren't young when we went, and we didn't have to deal with that anyways, for the most part. So I mean, all of the, ladies with the feathers and, getting, money for taking pictures. You're gonna get that no matter what. Cheers, Raider Nation. You're gonna get that no matter how you see fit. It's Vegas, right? And especially now in 2024, it's really not a place for kids. So I get it. But yeah, I learned from that. Passed out a ton of stuff, just help people out, let them know where to go for certain things. And it was a good time, right? Made a lot of new friends, a lot of people from all over. Most of us were local, I would say, but a lot of people that I ran with, definitely came from other parts of the country. California, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Shout out to my guy, Hercules. Yes, the brother's name was Hercules, from Albuquerque, New Mexico. It was a really good time. I do have video, so I used my glasses to take video this time. It's first generation Ray-Ban camera glasses. So I'll be honest, the footage was a little shaky. In fact, I was disappointed after, looking at it on Facebook. I'm going to have to take a look and see if I could find a way to doctor that up, I think. But it is what it is when it's first generation anything. The rule is always to never buy the first one anyways. That was one of those deals where, flexible spending account, end of the year, had to do something with it. I need glasses. Makes sense. So yeah, but I had a great time with them. What it was very effective for is talking to people and playing, letting them know they're on Facebook Live and then being able to see themselves on my phone, but I'm looking at them and they can, why is the phone? Yeah, it was a lot of good time, a lot of back and forth. Just a great time. I'm a people person, obviously, if you guys didn't know. So I'd absolutely do this again. And in fact, I've signed up to do it for New Orleans. So hopefully, as I did this, you always know Turf is going to take advantage of the opportunity. I had my cards out there with my QR code on the back, and I actually got quite a few subs throughout this week/weekend. Obviously, I was there to do a job, so I did that job first and foremost. But when I saw a Raider fan come through, had to get that sub, and shout out to those people. I really appreciate it. I really honestly went from like 800 to 860, maybe 850, something like that over this last week. That's good work. I think they're all solid work too. Like I never really want to just get anybody for anything. It's like I really kind of try to make sure they are a Raider fan, because that's what this channel is 100% built on, and that's what I want to promote. I've always said this channel is to try to get more butts into seats, right? And I'm going to stick to that for the whole term of this channel, no matter who's doing it, whether it's me or somebody else. So, Steve, my guy, shout out, appreciate you, salute. As always, Miss Sun Goddess, signing in, appreciate you, my guy, part of the Raider Syndicate. Had a great, fabulous show last night. Salute, Leo. Your show was fire. I mean, it was excellent content. It's going to be a lot of clips from that one. I already can tell. That was some serious work. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about that part. What I did. This was the uniform. Again, like I say, somebody's going to see it, right? Somebody's dad, whoever went out of their way to help and do this. Their family may see this on YouTube and say, "Hey, mom, that's what you were," or "Hey, dad, that." Oh, and they might remember, who I am. I definitely was recognized quite a bit by a few people when it comes to, trying to do a good job and, really really have fun out there. A lot of people, once they realized what it was kind of disappointed, I'm sure, and really didn't have that much of enthusiasm. But I think y'all know me. I'm gonna always have a good time. I'll take rotten apples and turn them into gold. Yeah, gotta always make a good out of a bad, if you will. So yeah, it was sweet. Now, oh man. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the game. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I actually didn't really watch much of the game. I did watch a lot more. I watched more of the first half than the second. It was easier for me to watch based on my location. I was actually sitting because I had to play poker. I had to play poker to watch the game. They actually, my sister, shout out to my sister and brother-in-law, they out here with me. Actually, they're with themselves. They had an event, but you had to pay everywhere. There was nothing you could do in Las Vegas without paying to see this game. There was you could stand outside of the, big, huge sports book areas. But that was it. They were charging minimum 250 bucks a seat for anything in any casino for any sports book. That was the minimum going rate. I didn't hear anything less than that. Now I'll admit that was a little shocking. Clearly, I had to spend money playing poker, real live poker, and that's why I say the first half I was sitting in a great location. And then the second half, I obviously watched overtime. We're definitely gonna get into that as well, of course. I find that hilarious. I really can't wait to talk about. How do you not know the rules? Yeah, we'll get into that, but yeah. So first half, it played out as expected. I mean, I still don't understand how on earth these guys. I don't know how Kansas City gets people to not run the ball. There's something that has to be about their defense that we're missing that just forces some of the better teams that clearly got to where they were running the ball to not do so. You know, I don't understand it. I get that the defense is stout. Chris Jones is a problem. He's going to always be a problem, right? He's never ever not been a problem. So we're going to have to deal with that, right? It's just the way it goes. And what we got to do. And I thought, you know what I mean? They did a good job for a little bit, but then they start running the ball second half. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand the game plan. I mean, and put the whole game aside, because to be honest, I didn't really watch a whole lot of it. I know a lot of people that didn't watch a whole lot of it. A lot of people didn't care to see this, right? It was painful. It was a terrible, painful game. I didn't have it. The thing is, and that's the problem, because you stay around some of these Oakland people too much, they rub off on you. It's like, man, they got you not liking the 49ers, and me being a person from the East Coast never really cared too much about the 49ers. Is never loved them or hated them. I'm not a Cowboy fan. Don't get me wrong. I get it. The Bay Area, across the bridge, right? But there's clearly a different deep-seated hate for the 49ers, right? I mean, I don't get it. I definitely did not want Kansas City to win this game. Let's be clear. I did not want Kansas City to win this game at all, in any way, shape, or form. And that was the worst outcome. That was literally the worst outcome. You know what? See, and I'm telling you guys, there was a lot of people that did not watch this game. And, that's why I really can't talk much about it. I mean, I can talk enough about it to know that it makes no sense that, the 49ers lost the way they did. They should be ashamed of themselves. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand how you could make the mistake you made to lose the game. You lost the game on a coin toss in overtime. I mean, people, let's be real here. Everybody, I bet you there were 12-year-olds running around under the bleachers somewhere, maybe watching it on the phone, because, right, back in the day, we didn't have, right? And they're out there still playing, saying, oh, yeah, you got to think that. Why would you ever give Mahomes the ball last, knowing what he's got to do to win? Why would you just give him the ball last, period? I don't know. I'm starting to be troubled with what people are doing. It's like, is he putting stuff in their food before the games? How is he mesmerizing these teams to just not do things right? It's hard to explain. I don't understand. And it's disappointing. It's very disappointing. They had every chance to win this game. And the bottom line is that's what it boiled down to. Coaching. It starts from the top. How often do we say this? And it always pretty much goes that way. It starts from the top. And clearly the top has allowed the coaching staff to continue to make bonehead plays when it matters. And that's just facts. You guys lost how many Super Bowls? I don't know what to say. And how can you not know the rules of the game? They literally said they didn't know the rules of the game. Grown men playing professional football for millions of dollars. You didn't know the rules of the game? Seriously. I need to understand that. How do you not know the rules of the game? It's how you make a living. It's your livelihood. And it's the biggest moment in your career for most. Most of them did not have a chip. I don't understand. I don't know if anyone on the Niners got a chip. I just don't understand how they allowed that. And you know, Mahomes is Mahomes, man. Real talk. You know, we I want look, I want a quarterback. We have to have a quarterback. I'm a little different, and I I really want to give Aiden O'Connell a chance. I don't know why, other than what I think my eyes told me I've seen. Um, Again, I didn't miss a home game. Front and center. I watched the young boy grow up, man, overnight, in my opinion, with the most dysfunctional front office and team over the last 20 years. That's what I saw. And I saw him progress. I saw him listen to one coach, which I'm sure wasn't, fun to be around. That's obvious. That was just one of the number one things. No one could be themselves. So you go from that and having to deal and learn with that entire structure of offense from one of the most complicated offensive minds and offensive schemes in football to now KP and Bo Hart agree with no experience as an offensive coordinator, or anything along those lines. I don't understand what anybody would have, expected at all. Salute, Tony. Appreciate you showing up. Yeah, I just don't understand it, man. I really don't understand it. It's amazing to me. They really, yeah. So my thing is this: I don't think that you're gonna outshoot. Well, I'm gonna have to keep preaching this. I hope I can get myself some great clips that I can get out there because again, we keep the last person and the only person in my note. I stand corrected. The last person to beat him, yes, is Tom Brady. He doesn't have to worry about that. There's only one other person that has beat him ever when it mattered. And for some other reason, or I don't know why this organization can't get right, but the Bengals and Joe Burrow, which I've always been vocal about, and I've always said he's by far one of my favorite quarterbacks, in some time. And in fact, I would love to have Joe Burrow. I think he is outstanding, accurate, will go down as one of the best ones to do it. When his time is up, and he played with his peers. He wasn't afraid of his peers, and in fact, he absolutely did beat the GOAT and the GOAT to be right. Let's the GOAT to be. Yeah, let's find who's got a new term for the GOAT to be right because no one wants to give it to him now, right? Everybody's still holding on, especially the Brady lovers, the Patriot lovers. How do we do it? What do we do here? What's the goal to be? Because that's what it is. We all see the goal in the making. We all see it in the making. And this offseason is going to be scary. I mean, this isn't turning into a Chiefs. This isn't turning into the Chiefs, an analysis. But bottom line is they want to repeat. They want to repeat. Think about it. Who doesn't want to repeat? How many teams have repeated? Not many teams have repeated. So, will Chris Jones give him a home job? I'll take a less. For one more year. One more year, but I'm going to get my money. Or give me my money. Who knows? I don't know, but I think they will find a way to be relevant for one more year. I have a scenario. And the Raider Syndicate thinks I'm crazy. And you can call me crazy, but I actually think we have a shot to go to the Super Bowl next year if the pieces fall in place the way they do to. I'll be crazy, Joe. Whatever you want. I'll break it down at some point, maybe tonight if somebody wants to. But I honestly believe where we easily can get the pieces that we need. And I don't think it involves needing a star quarterback. I don't think there's a star quarterback out there other than Joe Burrow that's actually been the one to do it and actually do it out there. So my thing is, why do people keep trying to go that route in this man's time of his life? I don't think that's the way you attack it. I think the way that you attack Patrick Mahomes is by keeping him on the sideline. I don't care if that's the only team you do this for. But I don't care who your quarterback is. I'm sorry, son. We're rinking and dinking, dumping and running, and then that's what it's going to be for the whole game. And it's absolutely going to be a 10-5 ratio on time each quarter at a minimum. And I'm never staring course differently. That's how we're going to play the game. I don't care if they get up by 14. I'm not giving the man the ball to get up to 21 or 28. That's not how I'm going to plan for Mahomes, and I don't care that he knows it because that is the only way you're going to beat the man, in my opinion. I get it. Everyone thinks there's this new guy that's coming. I get it. I understand. Maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know, right? Rundown, he's, I love the kid, but Jesus, he beats me down, right? Chris, where's Chris when you need him? He beats me down with my old man mentality, as he calls it. And I'm still, hey, real talk, I still feel like I'm 20. I'm like, y'all have no idea. I'm looking at this boy. Are you kidding me, man? Man, let me go get my cleats. Now I'm tripping. Now Turf is tripping. Turf ain't getting no cleats. Turf ain't running. Turf ain't jogging. Yeah. I barely can do that at you. So, yeah. But I am going to just continue to harp on this. But I really do believe we need three pieces. We need a monster defensive tackle. I don't care where it comes from. I don't care where it comes from. We need a monster offensive tackle. Once again, I don't care where it comes from. I don't care where it comes from. And last but not least, a quarterback that is going to compete with AOC. That's what we need. A quarterback that can compete with AOC. If it's a rookie, cool. We'll dive into my thoughts on rookies, period, just in general. When it comes to how that plays out. Do you go strong vet? Probably. Do you go swing for the fences and go get Jaden Daniels? Sign me up. I'm all for that. 100%. I'm all for that. But what do I think? What I think is that it's possible you can even go and get Jaden Daniels and he not be capable of beating out AFC. I know people are gonna say I'm crazy. I've lost my mind. You don't know what you're talking about. But I'm just telling you guys what I saw and what I think you're gonna see this next camp. The progression of how Aiden O'Connell, did over the games, over the time. And it didn't come. And the problem is, you guys see, this is what I saw it not all come together. Not all at all, really. Even during the 63 blowout game, it didn't really all come together for him yet. That's what I see. I see that this man has not had a game where it all came together and he knows how that feels, and now he can consistently repeat that. But what I've seen is a step in that direction every game. And it wasn't subtle. It was very, very good movement, if you will, as far as moving the needle to get better. For his assets, the type of player that he's going to be. And the speed of the game is absolutely going to be something for any rookie, Jaden Daniels, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line, if we get a rookie, I can tell you this. I can almost guarantee we are not going to win the Super Bowl. Why does Turf say that? Show me somewhere that a team has won the Super Bowl with a rookie. It's never been done in history. So we'll be the first. Right? So I'm gonna bet the house on we're gonna be the first to win the Super Bowl with a rookie. No, I'm not. And that's why I say, going out and getting a rookie and him actually beating out AOC and him starting, chances of us winning that Super Bowl slim, right? A vet come in, I mean, you definitely have a chance with a good vet. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to start talking numbers or anything. I'm just saying people like Kirk Cousins, right? You got some guys out there that you don't need a superstar. That's the other thing, because that's what I mean by Super Bowl. If we get those two pieces, that offensive tackle, that defensive tackle, right? And then a quarterback to compete. And again, I'm not saying it has to be a top quarterback in the draft. It can be a quarterback in the third or fourth round in the draft. I'm just giving you why I think that no rookie's going to beat out AOC when it comes time to hit the dirt. It's not going to happen. He's adjusted to the game. A rookie has a whole lot of I've never seen this in my life to deal with and get adjusted. And it's going to take time. And he's going to do that in rookie camp. He's going to do that in camp and be ready for game one. That doesn't even make logical sense, ladies and gentlemen. It just doesn't. And that's where I have a problem with, my debates when it comes to having these conversations about rookie quarterbacks coming in and beating AOC like he's just trash. AOC is not trash, man. And I'm telling y'all, if he ever gets the chance for this to click, you're going to see a special quarterback. And let's be real here. Yancey's offense kind of fits his style and what would be a great style for him, which is to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Because we know he can't run. He's not somebody that's gonna get us 5 yards on the run. It's not gonna happen. And maybe he does something on the off season that makes that change. I don't see that happening. I just don't. He's a statue, ladies and gentlemen. He's not meant to run, but I don't think we need that in order to win. I just don't. I don't think we need that to win. And in fact, what are the two guys that have beat him? Who are the two guys that have beat Patrick Mahomes? Think about it. Who? Tom Brady and Mr. Joe Burrow. They're both statues. I mean, that's what beat him. It's not a superstar quarterback. I just don't understand, man. We just seen the guy beat the MVP of the league at the quarterback position. And he's the MVP of the league. And he made him look terrible. Blame it on however you want to blame it. I don't care. I made him look terrible at home. He went on the road. He went into his house, took his ball, and went home. Man, I agree, Cowtown. I agree, my guy. Every day of the week, if it's the same playing field, right? Because if that's the case, why wasn't Tom Brady beat out so much, right? How come Tom the statue is considered the best of all time? Why is he the GOAT if a statue isn't, as far as the cerebral mind of the quarterback player? I'm sorry. That's just fact. I agree. And I don't know what to tell these guys. I just don't think, you need some superstar quarterback to beat him. I think you get the defense you need. So I'm closing the chapter on that. I got some good takes on this. Cut up, but yeah, I want a defense and offensive tackle. I don't care which order. and I want a quarterback to compete. I don't really care about that. I just want him to compete because that is it. Like, flip this, get it to him. I want everybody to know. I am a believer in a supporter of Aiden O'Connell. There's just this thirst for immediate gratification and satisfaction out of people. There's no room for growth anymore. And I'm really getting tired of seeing it and just throwing people away. And you know what I mean by when I'm saying this. I'm just tired of recycling, and not giving somebody a real honest chance. I just don't understand. So that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? I think Aiden O'Connell can lead us to the playoffs without a doubt. I think if we get a couple of pieces in place, absolutely it's possible to get hot late, go on a run in the playoffs, get to the big game. I don't see why we can't if we have those pieces fall in place. Now, if we don't get a quarterback you can't get a quarterback that can't compete with AOC, because see, that's the thing. In order for AOC to grow properly, he needs competition. He needs to know, I can't come out of the game hurt. This dude behind me is about to ball out. 100%. That has to be the case. That's the purpose of that competition. And absolutely, we should be looking to better. I was literally just having this conversation with the group. And I'm saying, since when did Raider Nation not look for the best person to do the job at every position? Even when you got your love, we got our favorites out there. And just in this instance, Kobe Myers, right? Bringing this up way earlier than I wanted to, but right, Brandon Ayuk, the kid's from Nevada, Reno, Nevada, born and raised. He was pretty pissed off, pretty mad about the Super Bowl situation. 1,300-yard guy, Pro Bowler, and if you go and look, he's definitely throwing shade and absolutely praising the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's very obvious the man would have no problem coming in. Now, what does that mean? I love Jacoby Myers. But would it not be wise? You at number one, who you going to get better than Devontae Adams? There isn't anyone you're going to get. That you can't upgrade that position. I love Jacoby Myers, but I don't think I would say he's a Pro Bowler like Brandon. Right? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think you can say that. So yeah, upgrade that position. So yeah, back to AOC. Because I'm pushing this, man. I want this kid to know he's got people that got his back in the nation, bro. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I wish we could all have that same support. And again, I'm not saying we don't need another quarterback. And in fact, I'm saying we need another quarterback, and we should absolutely go get the best quarterback we can get. And not mortgage the house, but put the pieces around that'll go get us that chip now. Because I think we're built to win now. Call me crazy. I don't, and that's why I say, where am I so far off? Because the one thing I want to let y'all know is when we get this defensive tackle to come in and allow the ability for our guy Max and Coast to be single off the edge, I don't care who's back there. Mahomes, go get Dan Marino. I don't care who's back there. It's a wrap. You will not have a chance. Our secondary will go through the roof in general, just based off the fact that they absolutely know they can jump routes. They know that they can just wreak havoc because the time is limited. And I mean very limited. Very limited. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Hey, Cuz, I don't know, man. How do you say that when Myers was not a Pro Bowler? Brandon Ayuk was a Pro Bowler, 1,300 yards. I can't say it. I can't say that, bro. I cannot say that he was more consistent by any means, in no way, shape, or form. But yeah, my thoughts. You get that tackle, and I'm telling you, it transformed. We were ranked 10 over the season. 10. You get us that dominant defensive tackle, I guarantee you it instantly puts us in the top 5 overnight. Nobody's going to want to play us. Period. Defensively. I'm telling you, it's a recipe for disaster for the league. It really is for us to get a dominant defensive tackle with what we currently already have. You know we're going to pick up a decent cornerback. Let's think about this. What happens if the young rookie has a growth spurt, right? Has a learning curve that comes up, right? I'm talking about the guy we already have with the top speed, Dorian Bennett. What if he turns the corner? Shout out to Chris, I believe is the one that brought that up out of the crew. And hey, I will bring out points that we have in our private chats, and I'm not stealing any points. I love to make sure I give credit where credit is due. Like I said, I think that was Chris that said that. If not, hey, my homies online, I love making sure people know because, man, it's important for people to get their flowers now, if you will, when it comes to, hey, really doing your research, man. And I don't know about, we really put a lot of work into this, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't just waking up, rolling over, and just getting here and talking. We absolutely dig. We look to do. We really do our homework. Cowtown Luda. I love Cowtown Luda's comments as well. He always gives us some stuff to think about. Sure, you got to check out the kid from Miami, safety James Williams. 6'5", 230, runs a 4.46 40, plays like Cam Chan. Man, that sounds mean. And now see, this is where you get emotional as a Raider fan. If I go to say, well, what about Trayvon Moore? He's doing well. Again, next man up. Like, if he comes in the camp and competes, right? He comes in and competes. Sorry, Moore, but that's the standard. That's the new standard. Nobody, you don't just get your spot because you were. No, right? Seriously, real talk. We absolutely have to make sure that there is competition at every position. I need to make sure that at every position, the last thing you are ever going to allow is to not be able to play. And the reason you're not going to ever allow yourself to be hurt is because you know that might be the last time you ever start again. At least for that team, if you let that man behind you get on the field. That's what I'm talking about. And I think absolutely we should do that at every position. And that's why I think obviously AOC needs serious competition. AOC ain't dynamic enough to be what we need him to be. If he wins the job, right. But I think there will be too many better options. See, so I think those options won't be there at 13. That's my problem. I don't think those options are there at 13. Yeah. I really think that you will find that in the top 6. I really only think there are 3 quarterbacks that I don't even think they're going to do what we can do. I don't. No, I just said he didn't think Caleb was special. I've been trying to figure that out for a while. I've been trying to figure that out for a long time. Drake May, he's in the ACC. He's 1 year. Is it North Carolina? Ooh, come on, guys. I call him the Trubisky of the draft. Yep. Hey, man, I'm putting myself out here because these are my personal thoughts, and it has nothing. It's nothing personal. It's what I see. As an old player that loves the game, what I see. Not trying to dismiss anybody or no, it's just what I see. I don't think. And hey, we're talking about guys that are still in the league, and they're going to be in the league. They're going to be backups. They're going to be there. They're going to have careers for a long time. They're just not starters that can get you, to where you need to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. Hell, how many people don't make it at all? Quite a bit. So, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think we need to mortgage out unless it's Jaden Daniels. I'm okay with that, and that's where I'll be the first to admit I'm absolutely being emotional. That's an emotional play on my part, and I'm okay with admitting that. And it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I'm emotional because the truth of the matter, ladies and gentlemen. He may bust. Have you ever thought of that? And you just gave up 2 firsts. And AOC ends up being your quarterback anyways. It's very possible. It's very possible, ladies and gentlemen. There's no guarantee that you're going to get something out of a rookie. There's no guarantee. And I'm telling you, the speed of the game is the number one thing. Now, I just don't see a rookie coming into camp and being able to outbeat an AOC after a full offseason. Now, you already know he's been with Getty since the day he's hired. Getty since the day he got hired. I just don't see it's such a huge advantage. It's not even fair for a rookie to think they can beat him. They don't know the terminology. They will be taught the terminology. They will be looking to this man for leadership. Period. They're not going to know it. Very few rookies come out ball. It's again, I get it. I get it. CJ Stroud is also a special player. We wanted him, right? We really wanted him, but didn't turn out our way. It is what it is, man. I mean, that's just the way the pendulum flows. It goes. But the bottom line, my opinion, is AOC is very formidable. I really think that I think the kid's gonna win the job unless it's a veteran that comes in. Look, Russ comes in. Done. I don't even like Russ. Cousins comes in. Done. I like Cousins. That's pre Achilles. I have no idea what I'm going to get out of it for Cousins post Achilles. There are a few others out there. I mean, there are a few other veterans that I wouldn't say done to like I just did quickly with those, but will absolutely give Aiden no time to fight for his life. Very possible, and that's the thing. I just don't see anybody beating him out in this draft that we would be capable of getting at 13. And I'm telling y'all, we know what we're gonna go through. I mean, even CJ struggled in certain games. Let's be honest. And the Raider Nation is like 2 left shoes, man. Y'all can't sit still for 5 seconds without being mad and ready to throw somebody away. So y'all really think of Jaden Daniels or any other quarterback that's going to come in and have to, learn the ropes? Just don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do understand the youth, though. I do shout out Rundown for that. Because you always want to get younger in any sport. Why? Because it's a young man's game. The young man's game. Don't get me wrong. Y'all seeing all these greats, right? The LeBron. You're looking at people that are putting on gold jackets, etc. That's not normal in any way, shape. Not in any way, shape, or form. And I don't know, man. I want to switch. I want to switch it up. I want to switch it up because it's late. I got one more section to go through here. Let's see. We got yeah, I did see a couple of those comments about we need a Legion of Doom. You know what? Yeah, let me go through these comments. Because there was a couple of good ones. Yes, training camp is going to be competitive everywhere, 100%. I couldn't agree with you more. I think we have a lot of talent now. I think there's going to be a lot of fighting going on in camp, and we're going to create some serious competition, which is always good. Yep, always good. Violent safeties are a detriment. It's a different game. We need a ball. You can't lay receivers out. No. It's actually a very true statement. I agree with that. Nowadays, anytime I hear about these kind of situations, I immediately go to the kid from the Steelers, where he's like, "Look, man, I'm trying to earn a living out here. You got people calling me dirty, and I got kids. I don't. This is right, and quarterbacks put them in bad positions. That's facts. That's facts, man. And NFL, it's definitely watered down. Let's come on, man. We know Jack Tatum wouldn't have made it through to get 2 games. Jack would have got kicked out of the league in 2 games. Tatum would have been kicked out of the league in 2 games. Wouldn't even been a question. So I agree. I agree with that. Now you can't. You just get flagged, but I'll take them flags all day. Those hits that make a receiver think twice are what help in the defensive backfield. You know what, Cowtown? This might be the first time I actually disagree with you, boss. It is a new day. It's a new age. I actually do disagree with you because you have to play smarter. It's not one of those things where you go to play harder. You got to play by the rules, and you can't blatantly, try to take somebody out like that this day and age. You're asking for a player to not only endanger, right, the other player, but you're also asking him to not be able to feed his family because they are absolutely cracking down on it. This is not going to happen anymore. So, I mean, you need to be violent 100%, but not, in a way that you're going to cause your team, any kind of issues flags wise. Yeah, I agree. Now we're back to agreement. Right away is violent DBs. We should change it all. I agree with that. I agree with violence and pressure and being very physical. That is Raider Nation all day. That's for defense. That's not only in the trenches. You are absolutely right. That is in our corner play. That is in our safety play. We are violent, but within the rules. Nobody's saying you're going to get a flag to intimidate. That's where I draw the line. You know what I'm saying? That's where I draw the line. Guy Tony had to bounce, man. Thanks for supporting the show, man. Thank you for supporting the show. But yeah, we agree to disagree. Yeah. I'm hoping I'm catching it up, but yeah, I would have to agree to disagree on that. In some ways, I agree with you, Cowtown. I agree with the aggression, all that, but I think you want to draw the line is flag. I don't want flags. I don't want flags at all. I definitely think, I definitely think we are not. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get far with that kind of aggressiveness. But I do think we can create a violent defense. I don't, and that to be honest with you, I don't even know if we'll be able to create that with the proper front four. You get Max that big boy up front that's going stuff the run and cause problems for the pass rush. I'm telling you, the league don't want to see it. That's my God's honest truth. The league don't want to see that. They do not want to see the Raiders with a dominant defensive line right now. I mean, we already know they disrespected Max this year already. The man didn't get a single vote for best defensive player of the year, and he was first in every statistical category for his position other than two. He was like second and third. I think maybe seventh, fifth. Look, I'm trying to tell you. He's got a problem this year. I don't know where I saw it. A lot of people were saying it, and it's absolute facts. I don't know why they gave Max more fuel. There was no reason to ever give Max Crosby more fuel than he ever needed. I saw his baby girl say she was disappointed. Shout out to wifey and the whole family, man. I was very fortunate to sit next to them at the Detroit game. Believe it or not, they're from Michigan. So yeah, I don't understand the disrespect. Not one vote. That was crazy. Yeah, that would be crazy. And you're absolutely right, Kyle. I'll take this guy every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Hook 'em horns. Yep. From Texas right now. Literally Austin. Played against Sarkeesian and JUCO. He was I want to say he was not Cerritos. He was I forget which JUCO he was. He was El Camino. El Camino. We were Mason. He carved us up. But that's when we didn't have Tony Banks. That was after T Banks. T Banks had already moved on to Michigan State. But yeah, I would love this kid. I want this kid. I want the kid from Illinois, Newton. I would love anybody. Who I really, really want, which I know we're probably not going to get now, is Chris Jones. I want Chris Jones. I think Chris Jones is a Raider. He's a Raider with the Pansy Chiefs just because, he's got Andy Reid and everything else. He's a Raider, though. He's got a Raider mentality. That man, he's a Raider. That's what I see. So yeah, I don't know, man. It is what it is in that respect. I think it's going to be very interesting what we do when it comes to these picks in free agency as well as the draft. We mortgage the house for Jalen. I'm okay with it. If we do that, obviously we're not getting Byron Murphy. We're not getting anybody as far as free agency is concerned. Assuming Chris stays in Kansas City, we'll have to figure out plan B, the next best one. Because we definitely probably won't have that. I wonder if it just depends. Right? This is why we aren't really doing mock drafts or anything just yet. We got to get through free agency. We're definitely not drafting Byron Murphy if we get Chris Jones or some other stud. Leonard Williams, right? There's some possibilities out there. And we'll get to that. I'm definitely going to dive into that. Probably, me and Rundown will probably do that Thursday. Shout out to Rundown. Shout out to the Turf and Rundown show. 9:30. I want to say 9:30. It's 8:30. It's 9:30 Central Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern. That'll be Thursday. So we definitely going to get into all those details. The one thing I love about Rundown, man, is that kid digs deep. He really does his research, regardless of how you want to look at it. He comes with his facts. He comes with his notes. He's prepared. You might see the top of his head a lot. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that shortly. But yeah, the man comes ready. I love it. Yeah, it's gonna be love there from that respect. We're gonna debate hard, right? Because I'm sure there are gonna be some picks that people do not agree with, and we're gonna learn to agree to disagree, right? That's just the way it goes. We are going to learn to agree to disagree. So yeah, there are some moves, right, that have happened. Unfortunately, we lost our running back coach immediately, effectively after 2-3 days. That is Deshaun Foster. Yeah, he's shout out to him. Congratulations to Coach Deshaun Foster. He's got a coaching job over at UCLA. Obviously, it makes sense for him to relinquish his position as a running back coach with us. What I will say about him is one thing you will get is some running backs that really have some ability, because bottom line, to get to him, they had to have some ability. And his track record speaks for itself, where his players that are under his tutelage just go through the roof. So shout out to Deshaun Foster. Trust me, Raider Nation is not mad at you at all. They're just letting us know we made the right decision to hire you in the first place. I do know that AP I want to get his name. I think it's Gregory. But let me make sure I get it right. Let me make sure. I want to make sure I get this respect on this man's son's name. Boise State. Yep, shout out to Boise State. My fullback, Dre Sears, to Boise State. I went to. Oh wow, yeah, that's right. His name is exactly the same. My boy Dre, DeAndre Pierce, is his son's name. He is our offensive quality control coach or advisor, whatever they call that particular position. It's an entry-level position. Of course, people have been trying to climb. It's an entry position. Pretty much every coach that has ever gotten into the league and coached has been at that position at some point in their career. If you want to go dig a little deeper and Google it. But yeah, great move on his part. I mean, come on now. And it's not like the kid didn't play ball. I mean, and he's a defensive coordinator right now, I think, or he was for Cal Poly or something along those lines. He's football. He's in his blood. So shout out to him. Congratulate him on being a part of the Raider Nation with his pops. Good thing. Good things coming for us all. And yeah, that's the whole hour, ladies and gentlemen. By myself, still in Vegas, out of my surroundings, even though I call this headquarters. Looking around because I was supposed to have some it's all good. They probably figured this out. He in Vegas. He may not even do this show. It's all good. I am about to go back out though. I'm still on vacation actually too. So till tomorrow is my last day. Then I'm back to work. Not only here, but also the real gig. Yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed this, as I always do. I appreciate the whole chat. I appreciate the crew. You always will be in the rundown and the building. Appreciate you for showing up when you can, boss. But yeah, This is gonna be a good show for us Thursday. I know he's got a lot. He's got a lot planned for us. Like I said, he's been holding it down for me, man. I've been out here having my fun. You know what I'm saying? But Turf knows more than anybody. I'm looking to play, right? Because the opposite way around. Playing no work. I had to get back to it. Make sure I give the people what they want. Please check out all of the videos on the channel. I'm really starting to, get things cooking, if you will. I'm gonna figure out how those glasses work a little better and make that something maybe even more so in the future. I might even use them for the draft, right? The draft is coming up. That'll be in D-Town, Detroit. Excited about that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I absolutely love Raider Nation like you'll never believe. This is been a blast. I used to look at this sometimes as, job somewhere. I could really go another hour, but truth is, my boy I've known for well over 40 years. It's on the strip chilling. I gotta, be that guy. You know what I mean? I want to mix that pleasure and play at the same time, but I also gotta make sure I get to my man. That's never been on. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Please, like Rundown said, like, subscribe, and yeah, the Raider Syndicate. Make sure you pay attention to every and anything Raider Syndicate, because that's where it is for all of us. Surf, Rundown, Chris, Tito Linus, all of us, right? Solo, all of us, everybody else. Surf is out.
I don't see how we can't be happy about that.
Decomposing, you been bugging.
It should. So I immediately, set myself up, to expect the news. VIP section, you guys know how to do. So